Hi everyone, Jake here for FMSCOUT, and in today's hopefully short video I'll be showing you guys how to install the real name licensing fix for FM23 so you don't have any of the fake names for clubs, competitions, and it will all look a lot more realistic and hopefully that way draw you into the game and make you feel like a real life football manager. It's all very simple to do, but you can follow along in this video. If you do find this useful though, please hit that like button down below and the subscribe button too, as we try and get to 150,000 subscribers. And also you can find my channel linked in the description down below, where we have a Leicester save that's just started. But anyway, the real name fix for FM23. Before we start, make sure that you have FM23 closed already before we do anything here. The first thing you'll want to do is to go to this page on the FMSCOUT website. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you can get to it easily. It also has written guides on here on how to install this name pack if you prefer that, but for a visual way to follow, all we're going to do to start off with is hit the download now button. You'll get greeted with this screen here, and then after a few seconds, as you can see in the corner here, the real name fix will begin to download. If it doesn't, you can click this button, and once that's downloaded, we can move on to step number 2. For step 2, we're going to save that file somewhere where it's easy to get a hold of for you guys. For me, it's on the desktop. You might have somewhere else, but that's where I'm putting it, and then you'll want to unzip your file. If you need to know how to do that, check it out on the internet. It will be different for both Mac and Windows, but for me on Windows, I just right clicked and hit extract all, and we now have an unzipped file. Just so you know, in this video we'll be doing the Windows version of how to do this. There is a description of how to do the Mac version as well. It's a little bit harder to get to your game files on Mac. You have to click a few of the buttons. I do it on my laptop sometimes, but it's not too complicated, and once you get past the first extra step that the Mac puts in, you're then going to be doing the exact same steps that you're seeing on screen here. So we've got a real name fix. You'll be able to open it up and see that there's a real name fix by FMSCOUT and a club name fix by FMSCOUT. And for now, we're just going to go ahead and copy those for later. Now that that is all done, we're going to head into the database files of FM23 and adjust it to our liking. And to get there, you're going to have to go through a few different folders, so follow along with me now. Firstly, into your local disk, into your computer, and you'll see all of these different kind of files, and we want program files x86. Once in there, we're going to head over to Steam and then down to Steam apps. Once we click into that section, we'll go into the common folder. From there, as you can probably imagine, we're going to choose FM23, then into the data folder, into the database folder, into DB. We're just clicking through still, then into 2300, and we're now in the place where we need to start making our changes. I'm going to do this for the first time now as well, so if all goes well, we'll see these changes in FM23 when we load it up. But the first part is to go into this folder, INC, Inc., then into the all section, and we're going to delete everything that we find in here, just like that. Now we've got a blank folder in the all section, and we're just going to go ahead and paste the 2 files that we copied earlier and leave that like that for now and start going backwards, not once but twice, back to this screen that we originally had. Now, much like we did with the INC folder, we're going to do the same in the EDT folder. One click and then into the permanent section. From here, don't delete all of them this time, please don't. All we're going to delete is the fake.edt file and get rid of that. That's done now, so let's go back twice, not once, but twice. There you go, onto this screen yet again. And to finish up, we're going to go in to DBC. In there, we're not going to choose any of these. We're going to go in to the permanent folder, and we're going to delete these 4 files. None of the others, just these 4. The first one is Brazil Kits. The next one we're going to delete is Forbidden Names, then Licensing 2, and then Licensing 2_CHN. That's also going, just leaving UK work permits, swear words, and create a club left in this folder. And that is everything that we need to do. If we've done it all right, when we go into FM23, the changes will have taken place. So let me load up the game and see if we have the real name fix installed. So here I am in FM23. We are loading up my save where I have every single player loaded that I use for many of our wonderkid videos. And if all has gone well, we will have all of the real name fixes installed. The first thing I'm going to check is Brazil, because all of their team names will now have their real names and not the 3-letter abbreviations that you usually get given. For example, we now have Flamengo, Palmeiras, Mineiro, Corinthians, Mineiro, Sao Paulo and Fluminense, amongst many others, now all have their real names, and the leagues also have the correct names on them, which is obviously great in terms of that immersion. No longer will your awards be called World Golden Ball or anything like that. You've got the actual FIFA Ballon d'Or, World Golden Glove, FIFA Best Men's Player, we've got Next Gen, Goal 50, and even the Golden Boy will be on here somewhere, I would have thought. Let's have a look to see if we can find that one. There we go, European Golden Boy, that is also on here, so it's great to see that that's all done, and there's even little changes that you might not even notice. Wolfsburg's current manager Niko Kovac actually has a fake name in the game when you start, but now he has his real name once we do this fix, and amongst many other things, it just improves that overall immersion that you do get. Even in the minor leagues, the real names will now be installed, and I think it's a great thing to have. I mean, why would you not have it? You won't have to do this many times, but if it's like what happened to me last year, every time there is a new update to Football Manager, a new folder will be created, and I'll show you what I mean by that. When we went into the database folder and then the DB folder, we were greeted with 2300 as a folder name. I believe every major update that FM do, there'll be a new one here, so 2301, 2302, and each time that happens, it will only be a couple of times a year. For example, during the January update, you might have to repeat this trick. I had to do that last year, but you just follow the same steps and it all works. The same goes for if you're watching it right at the end of the FM23 life cycle. Pick the highest number out of the bunch, the latest folder, and make all of your changes in there. But that is how to have real name fixes in your FM23 saves. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, smash that like button, subscribe for more, check out my channel linked in the description, but most of all, have a great day everyone, and I'll see you next time. Thank you and goodbye.